All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 3485, State of Texas versus Ricardo Torres. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar from the state of Texas.
Defense,
Doug Campbell for Mr. Torres.
and I think he's making his way down.
Right in the middle, sir.
All right, are you Ricardo Torres? All right, you entered a plea on June 5th to count 2 of guilty. The state waived count 1 without objection. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison, and the state is opposing your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there a reason you're up, sir? All right. Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense? All right, state, you're opposed, why?
Primarily due to the defendant's criminal history, specifically the ag assault deadly weapon charge that he had in the late 2000s. I believe he was charged 2007, and well, he was sentenced 2007 to 8 years. That was the state's primary concern.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
I do, Judge. In addition to my client, I have a sister.
All right, if you'll call your witness.
I'll call her first. Her name is Annette Torres Espinoza.
All right, Annette Espinoza, if you'll come forward, please. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear.
Okay.
Can you state your name for the record?
Annette Torres Espinoza.
All right, counsel.
Judge. Ms. Espinoza, are you Ricardo Torres' sister?
Yes, I'm his youngest sister.
And it's fair to say you've known him his entire life.
Yeah, he's my oldest brother.
And he's 66 years old.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe he has a drug problem?
He has had a drug problem way back many years ago. And just out of nowhere, I found out what happened, and I've been sick myself, so.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
With respect to your brother, has he expressed a desire to, I guess, get some treatment for his drug issues? Say it a
Yeah,
little louder.
yes,
And what has he told you specifically?
just that he will never touch anymore in his life.
And do you think he would benefit from an outpatient type of a program to help him beat that monkey that's on his back?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Espinoza is 66 years old. And
Torres, he's
Torres, thank you.
All right, everyone, make sure you only speak one at a time because the court reporter can't take down 2 people.
And although he's 66 years old, does he help you in your home?
Yes,
Can you tell the court how he's helping you and why he's helping you?
he's helping me right now because I was just diagnosed with breast cancer and uterine cancer. So with that being said, I am not married. I live alone with my 2 children, and he is a great part of helping out with a lot of things that I need, which is going to the grocery store, helping me at home. And when he's at my home, he knows that drugs are not allowed in my house. Neither is alcohol.
Is it fair to say that you're kind of providing him familial supervision of the sort?
Yes,
And you're trying to make sure that he stays on the straight path
yes, sir.
and with outpatient treatment, so that he can be successful in his
I-
efforts.
Yes, I am thinking that'll help.
Can you tell the judge what kind of person Ricardo Torres is?
Ricardo is a person, very kind-hearted. Sometimes back in the past, drugs did get the best of him, but he has changed. I don't know what he was doing. I'm not with him every point of the day, but most of the time he is with me because we lived, not even a mile apart. So as far as cooking me meals when I'm on my medicine and I cannot get up and do things for myself, he's a big asset to me when it comes to that.
Don't pass.
All right, state.
Nothing from the state judge.
All right. How old are your children?
16 and 19.
All right. And do you have any brothers and sisters? I know you said he was your older brother.
Yes, I have other brothers and sisters that are married and they're gone.
All right.
Most of them live out of state.
All right. Do you have any other sisters or brothers who live in Bear County?
Yes, I do.
No. How many?
I have two sisters that are living in Bear County, but we have no, once my mom and dad died, family just kind of
Spread.
spread out. And he's the only one that's really there most of the time.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in to testify.
Thank you.
All right. Call your next witness.
Call my client. Judge, my client's hard of hearing, so I'm gonna have to kind of speak up.
Oh, no, the court reporter would appreciate that. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. You may proceed.
Could you state your name, please?
Ricardo Torres.
And Mr. Torres, you're here today because you entered a guilty plea, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you did a pre-sentencing investigation. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And on that pre-sentencing investigation, you'd indicated that you were just holding the drugs that they found in your shoe for somebody else.
It was mine.
Okay, well, hang on, let me ask you a question.
Oh, well, he said it was his ice.
Right,
Okay.
right. And that's where I was going, Judge.
All right. Thank
You
you.
take full responsibility for having those drugs in your possession,
Yes, sir.
and you're asking the court to put you on probation so that you can do outpatient treatment,
Yes,
and you feel that you would benefit from that?
yes.
Why?
But I need some help. I think I can overcome this drug because I was just using these drugs and wasn't really using my mind to do nothing. Just sitting at home, just carrying on like a lost person.
Do you understand how using drugs affects your ability to care for your sister who has cancer?
Yes, sir.
And is it a positive or a negative effect on your care for your sister?
No, it's not.
And because of that, you asked the court to grant your application.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I'll pass.
Any questions?
No, Judge.
All right. So why were you stealing from HEB?
Just selling drugs, I guess. I just put it in my pocket and walked out.
Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, I rest.
All right. Court will hear argument. State.
Your Honor, the state's primary concern from the beginning has been his prior criminal history, specifically the assault deadly weapon case that he was discharged from TBC in 2014. I do believe he has been revoked on probation previously, so that would be another concern of the state. So that's why we're opposing his application for probation.
All right. Defense.
Judge, Mr. Torres is 66 years old. He talked to probation. He was honest with probation. He tried to minimize the drugs in his possession, but at the same time, he's here today telling the court that they were his and that he's trying to take full responsibility for his actions back on that day. Based on his input and his discussions with the probation officer, they've recommended that he would benefit from outpatient, and we'd ask that you order him to outpatient and any other recommendations that the probation officer would have made, but please give him his application for probation so he can care for his sister.
All right, Mr. Torres, here's the issue the court is having. Your criminal history starts in 1977. And you have been on probation before. You were placed on probation in 1979. That probation was terminated. You were placed on probation in 1991. That probation was revoked. And I know since it was the 90s, if you had drug problems, people were trying to have you address those issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Then in 1986, you were given probation and it was revoked and you were paroled. And again, I know with parole, they still give you help for issues that you have. Then you had another case where you were sentenced to 8 years, and that's the aggravated assault that the state has brought to the court's attention. I'm going to deny your application going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And I'll request the therapeutic community for you. Therapeutic community will help you with any drug issues you have. It will not increase the length of time that you are on probation. Do you understand? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? You need to say yes or no. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? That's either yes or no.
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Torres, you're getting into the part of the criminal field, I would say, or the legal system field, where now you will be marked as a habitual. So if you continue to pick up criminal cases, in some instances, your range of punishment could be up to 20 years, depending on if it's a state jail felony or not. And in some instances, if it's not a state jail facility, if you pick up another 3rd-degree felony or 2nd-degree felony, your minimum sentence is going to be 25 years because you're going to be a habitual. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to have to do better. If you want to care for your sister, then you got to do what you need to do. And you can't come to court using your sister needing your help as a benefit to you. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
You sentenced me to 3 years.
Yes. All right, Latoya Dowden.